All right, guys, this is a 2020 Prizm Draft Football front of the line box number 4. And we're going to, you know what? Since Blue is a Celtics fan, I don't
By
know,
default.
by default, I got good
Draft.
green dice. So we're going to use green. And I know Leighton's a Celtic fan too. Okay, so 8 on the random. All right. Ooh, there is a space. Yeah, what happens? So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5.
Donald, how you doing today? Good
That's
to see you.
6.
It's
That's
not a show
7.
until Donald's in there. Donald and Stanor and where's James Ector? We haven't seen James today.
James, who runs Karma Records in
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
Great follow, by the way. Go follow Karma Records.
Mm-hmm.
Been laughing all week.
Oh, I know. Some of the memes and stuff he's been
Yeah.
posting has been great. And guys, if you're looking for any vintage vinyl,
I think Evan's here. I think Jim Wise is here too. I know Jim said hi.
yeah.
Derek Easter just started a watch party. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
Brad, you knew? Brad? I haven't seen Brad Truckenbrod.
He's been around for a little while.
All right, okay, great.
Yeah. Nick, I mean, there's no blaming, but I mean, I wouldn't blame Emily because she might take some kneecaps. So,
Not mess with Emily.
yeah, do not mess with Emily. So
Joel,
Joel, do you want to tell him or you got it?
I'll tell him.
Okay.
He's in the drawings. Joel, all you have to do is comment on the page and participate with us. Have a few laughs, a few comments. You're already entered in the drawings.
Yep.
And you can get a second entry by starting a watch party. And put another entry in with hashtag watch party. We're trying to get to 100. Hi, Heather. Dougie Fresh, is that your nickname?
Yeah, Dougie Fresh is my nickname. That's been my nickname since I was in high school.
So what caused you to take the clippers to the shed?
I mean, I didn't cut my hair in 5 months, and it was time.
This time? Yeah.
I didn't shave the beard. I kept the beard. The hair is just. I wake up every morning. My hair would be in 6 different directions. I'm like, oh, it's time to go.
You do it yourself?
Yeah. I mean, no barbershops open, so. I mean, with quarantine, and you got to do it yourself. And I've been cutting my own hair. Oh God, probably since I was like 17. So.
Real?
Yeah, I've had the buzzers ever, and if I really don't want to, go to a barbershop, I'll do it myself. So, just show you guys open empty box.
Nick says Emily is Nancy Kerrigan.
Emily is Nancy Kerrigan. Oof.
Yeah. He'll need to be. Can't give her any grief. Hi, Stephen.
Well, I think Nancy Kerrigan is the one who got her knee bashed in. I think Tanya Harding, was the
that's
one
right.
doing the
Oh, yeah.
bashing. So,
Has anyone seen that movie? Is that movie any good? I get mixed reviews on it.
oh, I haven't seen it. I mean,
I Tanya or something like that, or
okay, so we got Tua on the pack. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna do this as carefully as possible, but yeah. All right, pack number 1.
63 and 12 over on PSA, so we've got 75 live right now. We're going to count PSA today. I'll talk back into it. You guys can help me out. Get us close to 100.
Just don't do brain surgery yourself. No brain surgery for me. I am not qualified to be a doctor. My 2 journalism degrees is,
Oh. See, I went to school for communications. You went for journalism. We wasted a lot of money. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it. I love every experience I've ever had. I've got to meet a lot of really cool people over the last 16 years of being a writer, um, and that's actually how Leighton found me. And when I started with Just Collect 5 years ago,
Yep.
so I wouldn't trade anything I've ever done. Um, yeah. So spot number one, DJ Moore.
Ken says Allison Janney was Tanya's mom. She's really good, so I'm sure that was good. Who's the girl who played Harley Quinn? She played Tanya Harding.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's worth a look in right there.
Yeah. Number one, DJ Moore. Who?
Nice looking card.
Yeah. Spot number two is that is some Hall of Fame wide receiver by the name of Jerry Rice. I heard he had a decent career.
I've heard of him.
It's funny when Jerry Rice left. Obviously when he left San Francisco and when he left Oakland, like when he was like basically team jumping. I admit I kind of wanted Jerry Rice to sign with the Giants, and I'm a Giant fan, so I kind of wanted just to see Jerry Rice in a Giants uniform, but it never happened. So,
how did you like the Giants drafted?
I like where they went. I like the fact they emphasized the offensive line. I like the fact that they prioritized keeping Daniel Jones safe and upright, and they're going to base a lot of their offense on having Saquon Barkley with the football. I mean, with Jason Garrett running the offense, you're going to see a lot of what with Dallas and Ezekiel Elliott. So I think Saquon's going to be a very, very big featured back. And I mean, to me, offensive line is one of the most important positions in football. You need to protect your starting quarterback. Spot number three, a guy who just won the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce. Might be one of the best tight ends in football. And now,
Might be.
And now with Gronk back, I mean, let's face it, Gronk's still, even with a year off, Gronk is probably still one of the best tight ends in the game.
Yeah, maybe one of the best. He's not Travis Kelce at this point in his career.
I'm curious to see what the year layoff is going to do with for Gronk. I mean, he was basically spending the last year being a celebrity, working for WWE, not playing football, and he was already injured. He got injured often while as a pro. Now I'm curious to see coming back, being with a new team, if the year layoff is gonna, if it's gonna hurt him or if it's gonna help.
Mm-hmm. I think with that stable of tight ends down there, I don't think he's an every down player. I don't even think he's part of the running game. I think he's a specialist. Special packages for him right now. And the big thing is see how he reports to camp, see what he looks like, because he's awful thin by his standards right now.
All right, spot number 4, Julio Jones.
Another great player.
Another really, really good player. All right. Spot number 5, Michael Pittman.
70 plus. We're creeping up there. 84 when we count PSA as well. So we're close enough, guys. Just put a little push on here. See if we can get to 100. Got to keep the streak going. Get someone into that VIP package. VIP German.
Yep. This only benefits you guys, especially if you're in the watch party. $100 break credit. All right, spot number 6, Joe Reed.
Hi Monty, how you doing? Oh, we're climbing up. 74. We're at 86, right. 87 when we have add PSA.
I feel like I keep fiddling with the...
Do you think you have a franchise quarterback? Think you have a Super Bowl capable quarterback?
Oh, my gut says yes.
Makes every quarterback better, doesn't he?
I think they have a chance with him, and I think he could be a little Eli Manning light. So I'm going to hope so. Spot number 7, Jalen Reagor.
Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer, Doug?
Yes.
Oh, that was pretty definitive.
Yes.
I believe yes, too.
Yeah. I mean, he is one of 5 quarterbacks all time to win multiple Super Bowl MVPs. The other 4, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Bart Starr, Tom Brady. 3 of them are already in the Hall of Fame. Brady obviously is going to be a lock, and to me, so is Eli Manning.
And he has one more legitimate Super Bowl than Peyton does.
Yep. I mean, Peyton kind of. I always feel like that Super Bowl is the makeup for every time that Peyton had a defense that failed him.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, spot number 8.
They ran into the Patriots pretty often.
Yeah.
By the way, Peyton's first Super Bowl, he beat the Bears in the Super Bowl, which wasn't a terrific team going in. Plus, Patriots basically just were sick as dogs in that AFC Championship game, blew a 21-point lead.
I remember.
Yeah. They were basically pulling guys off the street to play defense in that second half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. I mean, it's kind of another.
I don't want to knock Peyton. I like Peyton.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's hard to hate Peyton, considering his personality and everything, and how hard of a competitor he was. All right. So yeah.
Respect for Peyton. I have respect for Aaron Rodgers. I just don't like when you start talking with them as competitors for all time with Tom Brady, because I don't think they're on that shelf.
No, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, the thing that gets to me is that Aaron Rodgers has no problem throwing teammates and coaches under the bus, and I don't like that at all. So,
well, both Rodgers and Manning may be better physical quarterbacks than Brady was.
Mm-hmm.
I should say.
Gardner Minshew, quarterback for the Jaguars. Who is better? Peyton had a better. Peyton was better. Peyton obviously had the better career. Peyton is an all-time great. Peyton, I always tell people this. I think Peyton was better regular season. I think Eli was better in the postseason.
Oh, that might be a good statement. Yep. And that first playoff run, when they beat the perfect Patriots team, Eli went on the road. He won in Green Bay in that year. He was on the road that whole run, wasn't he?
On the road. Yep. They almost beat the Patriots in Week 17. That's Michael Thomas, spot 10. They almost beat the Patriots in Week 17 to stop the undefeated season.
Right.
And then they went on the road to Tampa Bay, beat Tampa Bay. And then they went to Dallas, who was the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Winning in Dallas.
Beat Dallas. Intercepted Tony Romo to end the game. And then went to frigid Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And went to overtime. Lawrence Tynes kicked the game-winning field goal to send them to the Super Bowl. And then as a 12-point underdog, George Kittle for the 49ers, another good tight end. And then as a 12-point underdog in perhaps the greatest upset in Super Bowl history, beat the 18-0 Patriots.
Yep. Yeah.
If that brings up harsh memories, I do apologize.
Fine. Hell, we won 6 of them. It's okay.
You won 6 out of 9. So that's...
That Patriots 2001 against the Rams was a pretty big upset too.
Oh my goodness! You beat the greatest show on turf, absolutely.
And so was Super Bowl III. That was a bit of an upset too.
The guarantee.
Yes.
Speaking of the Giants, Saquon Barkley and number 12 for Aaron Steinbauer. All right.
Tim Hadley. I want to have a beer with Tim Hadley. I want to sit down, maybe at the National or something.
I can't wait for the National. I mean, now it's in December, but I mean, obviously we gotta precautions and everything. But considering the fact the National is here in Jersey, it's 45 minutes away. AC is 45 minutes away from where I live. Yeah, I'm very excited that the National is literally in my backyard. So
I think Tim and I get along very well. Eli, he says, also had a much more punchable looking face. I think that's a close call, to be honest.
Spot 13, Tua, who's going to JJ.
Up here every week, there are always posts about the Manning face. Manning face was a thing.
Manning face was always... Oh, I know. I mean, it's... And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, Eli was perfect for the New York area because, I mean, yeah, he had that look. He had the face. But at the same time, he would throw an interception. And I know he threw a lot of them. Believe me, he threw a lot of them. But yet he would shake it off and just go out there and go play like nothing happened. And I feel like that was the perfect mindset to survive in New York and do so for 15 years. Jermichael Hasty at 14.
Yeah, I'm not putting him in for. I'm not advocating he goes in for his career in general. It's just those 2 Super Bowl runs were great. Beat the Patriots. That's going to be remarkable. You can't tell the story of the NFL without those 2 games. And
Nope.
he's terrific in that run. He was terrific in that Super Bowl.
Yeah. Cam Akers, spot 15.
Tim says the National in Chicago next year. All right, Tim, I'm in.
Well, the Chicago was in Chicago this past year.
Said next year.
Next year, okay. But I know it was in Chicago this past year. So
Brian says Peyton is better. Is this even a question? Is anyone questioning Peyton is better quarterback?
Peyton, I mean, obviously, Peyton obviously was the better quarterback of the 2 brothers. That's not even a
Peyton was one of the greats.
all-time great.
One of the greats, yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubting it. All right, Keyshawn Vaughn, spot 16. It's just, I mean, Peyton lost a lot of big games. I mean, he has 2 Super Bowls, and there were a lot of Colt teams that, I mean, if not for Brady and Belichick and the Patriots, and them having to go on the road, I mean, Peyton Manning could have won a couple more Super Bowls, but your team kind of was in the way.
Yep. Donald, Tom's 12 will be retired 10 minutes after his last pass.
That's not even a debate.
No, yeah. No, I mean, here in New England, there is no real systemic animosity against Tom right now.
No, I mean, the guy
doesn't see this, and we're not going to look forward to the next couple of years, but, hey.
All right. Spot 17. Some guy that used to play here in Jersey, Odell Beckham Jr.
He wants out of Cleveland, right?
He wants out of Cleveland so bad. So bad.
Hell, go to Tampa. Everyone else is going there.
Speaking of Tom Brady, spot number 18 for Christopher Stein. Some guy from Michigan who won 6 Super Bowls.
Look at that, huh?
Heard he's okay.
He's okay. He might make it.
Yeah.
Heard he's kind of inflated.
Oh, Emily's throwing a zinger. She just said, I heard he's a little deflated.
Have you fun. Whatever works for you.
Spot number 19, perhaps one of the best running backs in the game, who isn't Saquon or Ezekiel Elliott, and this guy's got an overall good game, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, another terrific player.
Yeah, I when he was coming to the league, I forgot that his dad was Ed McCaffrey, who was who won a couple of Super Bowls with the Broncos, and I mean Ed McCaffrey was a good player, but Christian McCaffrey's got some talent.
David's cheering Emily on. Yeah, listen, Tom's gone. Just let it go with the Patriots, okay?
Okay, spot number 20, the new backup quarterback to the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts.
Gary asks us how many quarterbacks are playing now are first ballot Hall of Famers.
I mean, Drew Brees, Tom Brady,
Aaron Rodgers.
I gotta think, probably Roethlisberger.
I'm going to go out. It's early. I know it's early, but Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, definitely. I think Mahomes will. Yeah,
he's so good.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
21, another Keyshawn Vaughn. Yeah, no, Mahomes is ridiculously good. I think Rivers. I mean, the fact that Rivers, he's lost every big game he's been in his career, but at the same time, Rivers has the stats.
He's not first ballot. He's not first ballot.
He's not for. I don't think he'll be first ballot just because I think he's going to fall into that category with like Tony Romo. I think Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson will also be one. He's pretty good too. He's got the Super Bowl.
First ballot.
Russell Wilson. I mean, I think remains to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know about first ballot. I love Russell Wilson too.
Yeah. Before Russ signed the extension with Seattle, there was chatter of him coming to New York because his wife, with her,
Oh,
her career, and but eventually Russ signed the mega extension, and that ended any debate. So, Justin Jefferson.
Judson, how you doing? Judson Wise, thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Roethlisberger, that's an interesting one. Stan says Roethlisberger.
I think Roethlisberger, because he's got 2 championships, he's had a lot of success. He's never won the MVP. He's never won a Super Bowl MVP. But I do think Roethlisberger. I don't know if first or second. I don't know if he'll be first ballot or not.
Yeah,
But
that's the key here. First ballot.
first ballot.
Yeah.
So my gut says probably Breeze, Brady, Rodgers, and eventually Mahomes.
Okay.
Scroll down. Oh,
Donald asks if Kirk Cousins is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to say no. Tell me a Kirk Cousins story.
Kirk Cousins. Oof.
I think of Hall of Fames differently. I think of the Hall of Fame as a hall of stories. I don't think it's a statistical exercise, which is why I'll just throw this little bomb into the chat. Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Best postseason wide receiver in NFL history. Yes, I know, Jerry Rice. I know.
Julian Edelman. So,
Billy says it's first ballot. Roethlisberger's first ballot.
yeah, yeah, because I can see the yeah. So the numbers are on the left there. Yeah. So Julian Edelman was a free agent in 2013, and the Giants had him in the building. The Giants interviewed him and did the free agent meeting, and the Giants let him leave without a deal and went back to the Patriots, and then Julian Edelman became, Julian Edelman, the superstar wide receiver. And I always just it's like, we had him in the building. We could have signed him, and just Tom Coughlin, and then Jerry Reese just kind of was like, oh.
Yeah, but I think that was a reasonable call. I don't know if Julian Edelman becomes Julian Edelman anywhere else. And Brady had a part in it. Josh McDaniels had a part in it. The way that offense ran had a part in it. I don't know if Julian Edelman becomes Julian Edelman anywhere.
Sure.
So, yeah.
No, that's not. Yeah, I mean, we could play the what if game all day with what if this guy went there? What if this guy went there? And ESPN's done it too. You never know. And I mean, Julian Edelman's career is because he was part of the Patriots. Derek Carr.
Stan Orr says his wife says Brett Favre is going in the Hall of Fame twice, or 2 Hall of Fames. Has she seen the pictures, Stan?
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible the Giants might not have utilized Julian Edelman like the Patriots have, and yeah, I mean, Julian Edelman's career is because he.
And by the way, Julian always had Gronk on his side, or for much of that career had Gronk aside him.
So I mean, ultimately, this will be the first time where Julian Edelman's not playing with Brady and Ezekiel Elliott, 27.
Ken, I understand. You're absolutely right. Edelman doesn't have the regular season stats. He doesn't have a lot of Pro Bowl appearances, any of that kind of thing. But again, my take on Hall of Fames are they're halls of stories, and you want players in it you can tell stories about. And there are many Edelman stories. Yep. And what, twice Super Bowl MVP? Or once Super Bowl MVP?
I think he's got 1 because Brady has 4 of the 6. Julian Edelman has 1, and Deion Branch has 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, because he won the one.
Good pull. You had that right there, Doug.
The Edelman won the second Rams one. So Darrell Henderson, spot 28. Yep. In fact, when the Patriots were playing the Eagles in that Super Bowl, both Super Bowls, I was rooting for the Patriots both times because I mean, obviously, as a Giant fan, I do not care for the Eagles as a rival.
You guys dislike Philadelphia more than you like us, right? Dislike us. Right?
I think we dislike Dallas the most because we understand. I mean, at least in this area. So like growing up, like when the Cowboys had that 3 and 4 years run, like we understand like the Eagles are in the area. Yep. I mean, all of a sudden like this surge of Cowboy fans and just like us Giant fans were like, where did this come from? So I feel like most Giant fans dislike the Cowboys more so than the Eagles, but I mean, Eagle-Giant rivalry is ferocious. So.
Yeah, Ken, we don't even know half the amount of concussions Julian's had, I don't think.
Van Jefferson. It's about 30.
Ask Wes Welker about being a slot guy in New England.
Yep. All right.
All right, one last push, guys. Here, see if we can get another watch party started. We're in the 70s.
70s.
I
Okay.
kick this over 100. Got to keep this streak going.
Yeah, guys.
Lot at stake.
Yeah, I mean, I know Rodgers has so much talent and whatnot. It just, for some reason, like, it just, the way that he throws people publicly under the bus, there's another two, a rookie.
Yep.
The way Rodgers will throw people under the bus publicly, it's just...
And it shouldn't have anything to do with it, but his relationship with his family and, you know, the way he basically acts to coach recently, and just basically a pretty major underachiever.
I mean, he's only won one Super Bowl, and I mean, I know he's one of the most talented guys, and of the quarterbacks of the top tier, you know, he might have. I mean, aside from Mahomes, I mean, he might have the most talent, but I mean, just his attitude just rubs me the wrong way. Terrell Lewis. I mean, I don't hate him. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about Rodgers that. But I mean, you can't deny the man's ability.
I've got the same relationship with him that I have with Peyton Manning. I don't hate him individually, but there's just a lot of barking about him being the greatest quarterback ever.
Well, I mean,
and by the way, Peyton lays much more claim to that than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, without question. I mean, all the records that, you know, Peyton Manning has, and you know, everything that he has meant to the sport of football. I feel like Peyton Manning's a little bit more likable.
Yeah, except, and you guys check me on this out there, I don't know why he does the commercials he does the way he does them, because none of those commercials make him, the whole insurance commercials, they don't make him likable at all. And I don't know why he'd sign on to do that.
Because they probably paid him a ton of money to for Nationwide, and they probably gave him a lot. And I always felt like he was destined to be a spokesman for Budweiser after he did that post Super Bowl and talk about how he's going to go home and drink a couple Budweisers. I'm like, oh, he's now going to be the spokesman for Budweiser Watch. But I don't think that ever happened. But not that like he needed it. So another Christian McCaffrey card, spot 34 for Joseph LaDuke.
To answer Donald, yes, all of that having been said, if Aaron wants to finish his career with the Patriots for a year or two, I'd be open to that. The only problem with the only problem with Aaron, though, is Aaron doesn't run a play. He never runs a play. He takes the ball, he moves out of the pocket, and he just ad-libs from there. He never does a impression.
Yeah. Speaking of Peyton Manning,
that way too.
Speaking of Peyton Manning, spot 35 for J.J. Grube. Oh,
look at that.
Some quarterback who played at Tennessee and then Indianapolis and Denver. Peyton Manning. And side note, my 2-year-old daughter, her name is Peyton, and I made sure that she got that spelling. If my second child would have been Peyton either way, but we found out it was a girl. I was like, we're gonna spell it like Peyton Manning. Ken, that's okay. As long as you're...
I don't want to tell you my son's middle name now.
You good.
My son's middle name is McGuire.
Okay.
Yep.
For Mark McGuire?
He was born in 98, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of former New England Patriot quarterbacks, number 36, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett, yeah.
So if you could have any quarterback quarterbacking the Patriots, would you want Stidham or would you want somebody else? Or
if I had my choice,
yeah,
I'd love Drew. Mahomes. It's got to be Mahomes. If that's the way we're going approach this question, yes, I'd want Mahomes, but
Okay.
I'd take Drew Brees at this point if he didn't want to go back to New Orleans. I would certainly take Aaron Rodgers if he's burnt out in Green Bay, wants to move on.
Considering the fact that they drafted Jordan Love, I'm waiting for the blow up, and
Yes.
I'm waiting for the Brett Favre Aaron Rodgers thing to happen like it did back then there, and I could see Aaron Rodgers absolutely finishing somewhere else. So,
You think the coaches and Aaron Rodgers get along as well as they'd want us to believe they get along?
for now, I mean they won. They got to an NFC Championship game, so I think for a point they get along. I think it's like if things aren't so well,
Yeah.
then you might see things deteriorate. And I think this coach is pretty good.
Rick says I wouldn't want Joe Namath, and no, I wouldn't. What is he, 70, 75?
Trying to kiss Susie Colbert and wearing the that fur jacket to the Super Bowl for the coin toss.
5 minutes left to comment and get in.
Yes, guys, 5 minutes left.
Rick is commenting on a comment I made a while ago, and I've made it repeated times, that Joe Namath may be the worst Hall of Famer in any sport. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, because he absolutely should, because again, you can't tell the story of the NFL without a Super Bowl III.
Yes.
And he did as much to make the league what it is now as anybody. So I'd gladly have him in the Hall of Fame. But if Game 3 didn't happen, he may be the worst athlete in a professional Hall of Fame.
Isn't he one of the quarterbacks who has an under 500 record, and in the Hall, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, he might. Is there more than one?
I know Warren Moon is one, because all right, guys.
That's longevity.
Yeah, let me just close this out. So that was the 2020 Prizm Draft Football Front of the Line box number 4 in the books and broken.